Hello YouTube. On today's Postbag video there are two boxes. There should be another two parcels arriving today, so I'll add them to this video when they arrive. This parcel was sent as Royal Mail tracked 48 hours with no signature, and it says the seller is Proper Mac. I weighed the box before and it was about 5.5 kilos. I've already opened the box. And it is a C19 on the left to a C20 on the right, 16 amp cables, which means that the two plugs and the cable are rated at 16 amps. There are two temperatures printed on this cable, 75 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius. I currently have one of these cables at 50 degrees Celsius. I'm not happy about that temperature, so I plan to reduce the load from 16 amps to about 10 or 11 amps. There are some other markings on here. I think the 3G means 3 cores, and they are 1.5mm thick, which I believe is 14 gauge, which might be this part here, 14/3C. I don't know what any of the other markings means, but it's not that important. I measured this cable and it's 2 meters long, so I'm just going to count how many cables I've got and check if they're all 2 meters long. Some of these cables are different thickness. It still says it's 1.5mm squared, and this brand is Chin Cheng, which is a Chinese brand. It's hard to focus on this cable, but there are no temperature markings. This cable is just over 2 meters, maybe 2.25 meters, and here we see 14 gauge. I think AWG stands for American Wiring Gauge, and there's some other prints in here which I don't know what they mean, if the camera wants to focus. It's difficult to fit all these cables in shot. 9 of the cables are 2 meters long, 2 of them are 2.25 meters long, and 1 of them is 2.5 meters long. There's about 4 or 5 different brands. I'll come back later to these cables and tell you what I'm going to do with them. The large box was sent by Royal Mail tracked 24 hours without signature. This box weighs about 9.5 kilos. Inside the large box there are 3 parcels with the branding Pen and Lcom. There's an Amazon warehouse sticker on the box. You know I didn't pay full price for these. These are 3 2U rack shelves. I spoke to CPC, who are a different retailer, and they said that they've spoken to the manufacturer and said that these shelves can handle 22 kilos. These are different to the previous shelves as these are made from one piece of steel. They are a little bit dirty, but these have a lip on the front and a lip on the back. And the rack ears only have a screw hole at the top and bottom and none in the middle. There are 2 holes in the rear. I'm not sure what these are for. Maybe mounting to a bar, or they could be used for cable management, where you put a cable tie through here, out at the bottom, round the back and then over again. The third one is heavily marked at the bottom, but this is only cosmetic. It doesn't impact on the shelf's quality. The 2 parcels have just arrived. The top one is 2.9 kilos and the bottom one is 3.7 kilos. It says it's oversized and it has the airport code LBA, which is Leeds Bradford. So one came from abroad and the other one from the UK. Both should be the same thing, so in this large box there'll be another smaller box like this. In fact, it wasn't a smaller box, it's just bubble wrapped. You can kind of guess what's there. I have another 2U shelves, same as the last lot. These can handle 22 kilos. And they're the same dimensions. Closely at these racks, the bottom corners are bent, except on this one. Since these 2 shelves were the extras, I'll be returning them back to Amazon. The C19 C20 IEC cables came from a seller called Specola, the $1.99 each, plus $3.29 delivery. The seller is based in Cheshire. The cables are rated at 16 amps and can be between 2 to 2.5 meters. You just get what you've been given. From the sales history you can see I paid £24.67, and that is because I used a £2.50 voucher. I'm not sure if this is a Nectar voucher or just some random eBay voucher. I also used a credit card and got some cashback on that, so that'll be 0.5% cashback. I also used top cashback to get cashback. It's only 24p cashback, but it makes it a bit more cheaper. So that's minus 24p. So the total cost for these cables was £24.30. If I divide that by 12, I paid £2.02 for each cable, which I think is a good price. The shelves that I shown in a previous video were the Digitus 2U shelves, currently on sale for just under £30, and at the moment of filming this video, there's a used one just over £14. You can't buy this by itself, you need to hold a minimum of £20, unless if you've got Prime. The shelf is 370mm deep, and it supports up to 20 kilos. The dimensions are here. The only important ones is you need to know it's 2U. Each U is 1.75 inches. It's 19 inches wide and 37 centimeters deep. The weight is also displayed here. The shelves shown in this video are the D Pen or Pen and Elect. These were also 2Us. The price is just under £24. You can get a returned one for £13.50. It's made from 1.2mm thick steel or 18 gauge. It's powder coated. These are slightly more deeper at 38.8 centimeters. The weight capacity isn't shown on here, but as I said before, the manufacturer said it's 22 kilos. Here we can see 4 deliveries with the 2 Digitus shelves. The next one was 3 D-pen shelves, and then finally another 2 shelves. The total for this was £98.13. It came with free postage. I used £40.27 in Amazon vouchers, which meant I ran out of Amazon vouchers and had to pay £53.11 for these shelves. There were 7 shelves, which means I paid £7.58 per shelf. The next transactions were made because 2 of the shelves didn't turn up and I needed to travel to the data centre. The total for these shelves were £36.29. These are the ones which came from Amazon in the UK and overseas. Amazon initially said to order some more shelves and then just return the ones that I don't need. They also said if I order with next day delivery, they'll waiver the delivery, which they didn't do. I had to call them up, and then finally they agreed to do that. Then they wouldn't cancel the VAT on the delivery, so they would charge me the VAT on the free delivery. So I wrote them a letter. Instead of just cancelling that, they give me all of the VAT back for some daft reason. The total refund was £12.02. So the total for these 2 shelves is £24.27, or £12.13 each. If I look at the average for all of the shelves together, so that's £53.11 plus the £36.29 minus the refund, a total of £77.38. There were 9 shelves, which means that the shelves were an average of £8.60 each, which is a very good price. YouTube are cutting me off because I do not have 1,000 subscribers. At the moment I have about 360, so I need your help to subscribe to my videos. I've got until the 20th of February to get 1,000 subscribers. If I don't get 1,000 subscribers by then, I might have to consider stop making videos. The Facebook page is doing well this week. 163 new likes. A total of 357 followers. I've created a new group to engage with the community. To join, there are 3 simple questions. You'll find a link to the group pinned to the Facebook page. The questions are there just to stop people from spamming the group, and the questions are really easy to answer. Check out my Patreon page for early access to my YouTube videos. As soon as I create the videos, they'll be put on Patreon, and you'll see these videos before all other YouTubers. If you've liked this video and found anything useful, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't done already, please subscribe and click on the bell for more notifications. And could you also like my Facebook page? And I'll see you next time.